Hello and welcome back. This is Insti and I'm continuing playing the Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. Well, firstly I apologize. It's been 2 months since I last recorded or uploaded anything. Mainly because real life issues. Hopefully they are a bit better now, so I'll have more time to record, more energy to record, and make at least decent content, hopefully. Well, I try my best at least. I don't know if I can upload daily. I'll try my best. But again, we'll see how it goes. So anyhow, here we are at our ship. Surprise, at the deck, checking around things. We haven't been on the deck before, so that's good. Our team has left the party. Alot, Shorty, Seraphen, and Eda. I guess they're around here. I was supposed to check Alot's grimoire and compare it to the others I have, but as he is not in my party at the moment, I can't do it, so I'll have to do that later. I was checking through my skills. Hopefully I can remember something. Probably not. What about inventory? Well, tons and tons of stuff. Anyway, so let's check. What can we see? Aura the Mad, Little Loka. Oh, are those the... Oh yes, our deckhands. We still have one deckhand missing, but I think Irena will take that job. She could be a cook or deckhand, but I think deckhand is better because we have a quite decent cook here. So far so good. We have water, we have food, and everything else. Morale is good, decent. Well, beatings continue until the morale improves. Anywho, I'm not gonna check these, but let's see what's below the deck. We haven't been here either. Well, obviously we have you.
I'll see it done.
We are not able to interact with that. We have something over here. Brown cape, basic. We're not taking that. It doesn't, 8 copper pieces. Potion of minor healing. Let's take it. Wait. Is there a button? Oh, rope and grappling hook. What is this? Fragments of Blade of the Endless Path. The mythic blade of the catacombs of Caed Nua was destroyed when Eothas emerged, bloody Eothas, from beneath the keep. The swords are no longer for use to anyone unless they could be reforged. This weapon may be fated to become even more than it was. Okay, let's take it. What is this? Fragments of Whispers of Yenwood. Despite being utterly destroyed with the devastation of Caed Nua, the sword known as the Whispers of Yenwood has once again found its way into the possessions of the keeps of Rodwarden. Albeit in pieces, it would take a smith of some talent to reforge the weapon. With the right materials, however, perhaps the sword could become even greater than it once was. Now, it would be interesting, though, if you haven't found these on the main game, would you have these in here? Maybe you would. Oh. Wait. Oh, right, sorry. So it basically, if I just click, it goes to my inventory. No. Right. Anyhow, it will be there. And in here we have a scroll of minor healing. Okay. Letter from Alfra. Insti, I hope this letter finds you in good health. It has been many summers now since you first arrived in Gilded Vale. Much has changed in those years, but I will never forget the kindness you showed me. The gods have blessed me with a son. He is healthy and strong. Oh, right. Oh, okay, now I remember. And already so curious. All of Gilded Vale dotes upon him. I have told him of you. He asks constantly after the Watcher who restored his spirit and hopes one day to meet you. Until then, know that we keep you in our prayers. Your most grateful servant, Aufra. It wasn't she probably the first, well, not the first, but the sister of the Caravan Guard. I'm thinking it is, but I might be wrong. Eld Engrim, Shorty, well, I could probably, well, let's see.
Ship life sure is an adventure, ain't it? Just think of all the places we can sail to, all the sights we could see. This is nothing like being stuck on a farm, or cloistered in the back of a temple.
Shorty rubs her sickle against her thighs as she studies the boat's layout. Satisfied by whatever she sees, she tilts her head to you with a small smile. Oh, nice.
Tell me what's on your mind?
How are your feelings? Have you suffered any recent nightmares?
They're there in my head when I sleep.
Yes, that makes sense. After all, they are nightmares. But, argument can be made that you can see those without sleeping. But anyhow, I digress.
And sometimes I can taste them on the back of my tongue like a smear of grit. Happens when I take in a particularly volatile soul.
What are you going to do?
Go madder than I already am? I don't rightly know.
Well, I kind of know what you're going through because after all, that was what we were struggling in the first game.
It's not like I can turn my back on my duty to my god, even if it kills me.
Allah tenses his fingers and smiles. Okay. I'm not gonna ask why should you be swearing so much as a priestess, because why would I? So that's all for now.
Sure thing, Watcher.
Sure thing, indeed. Emma, Shield Sister Delia, where's the rest of the people? Aloth, Iquick, Ede. Okay, Aloth.
Thank you again for maintaining my story in front of Menace and the others.
He gives you a grateful smile that fades almost as quickly as it appears.
I didn't enjoy deceiving them, but it seemed simpler than the alternative.
Ah. Shorty flicks her sickle back and forth, agitated. If you say so. Shady, honest, benevolent. Oh, right, I have to remember these. Benevolent, probably not. If you say so, simpler than explaining your involvement with the Leaden Key, absolutely. I'm surprised you managed Isilmer that long. Does it matter? It's not like you're going to see them again. And lonelier, you seem to care for them, but they didn't really know you. Yeah. I'll go with the rational.
I suppose not. But I considered them friends. Surely that counts for something.
Maybe. I thought we were friends. Remind me, how did we know one another? What exactly were you doing out here?
At your suggestion, I took up Theos's mantle after we parted company.
Yes, Eda looks skyward, he shakes his head. Ooh.
I wanted to use the Leaden Key to improve the lives of Kith.
So... you wanted? So what really happened?
So for 5 years, I've been tracking down Leaden Key circles, searching for the places where they operate in secret.
He knits his brows. Crotty nibbles on her lips to hide spreading smile. Continue.
Hoping they can be reformed.
Yeah, passionate. You're doing the right thing. Don't forget it. Clever. Maybe start with something small, like overhauling those masks. Benevolent, just make sure they can never again commit an atrocity like Waitwen's legacy. Cruel, you're wasting your time. Wait, that's what you've been doing? That doesn't sound like a good idea. Okay, so I just want to know how it's been going. Probably not good.
The task has been more difficult than I anticipated.
So you just thought you can go and wave your wand and everybody goes nice and humbly to do whatever they do. Okay. Anyhow, how so? Well, listen. Let's not judge him too much.
I don't think I fully understood the weight of the decisions I would have to make.
Welcome to the
Or the
club.
burden of living with them.
Indeed, welcome to the club. Tough decisions you have to make, and we live with those consequences.
It was much easier when I only had to follow someone else's lead. My father's, Theos's, yours.
He glances at you out of the corner of his eye. Yeah, so much simple life, isn't it? Easy, sure, I led you right into the prison of the gods. Well, we all have to stand on our own eventually, Stoic. You had a sense of purpose when you began this. Don't lose it. Is there some way I can help? Well, we all have to stand on our own eventually.
I know. And I have.
He laces his fingers together, a familiar look of anxiety working its way over his face.
After we defeated Theos, I thought the hard part of changing the Leaden Key would be tracking down its members and operations.
But...
Perhaps this would be easier with an example.
Oh, do go on.
I went to a village in Old Valia. A run-down backwater river place. Aye, right home like it was.
Alat's expression shifts as Isilmer briefly emerges.
Centuries ago, the Leaden Key had intervened to end some heretical cult.
Well, they tend to do that, yes.
The details were lost, but what had endured was a practice of ritual bloodletting. A gruesome, pointless tradition.
That checks out, yes, he grimaces.
At every full moon, the villagers would feed the soil with their blood. No one, young or old, sick or hale, was exempt.
There are worse things than a little bleeding. There are too many idiots in the world anyway. You helped them, right? They must have had some purpose in mind. What did you do? So they must have had some purpose in mind. Let's see.
Yes, but the specifics depended on whom you asked.
Okay, so... Ada points affably in approval. Well, traditionalist again. So could you illuminate?
Some thought it would ward off Scan, or bring Berath's favor on the village, or Gon's blessing to their crops. I thought new leadership might guide them away from this practice. So I adjusted some of the deeds pertaining to the ownership of their land.
Aha, he gives you a sly look. Shotty runs her tongue over her teeth. Skullduggery, oh, she doesn't like that.
It just so happened that a nearby Comtessa, a rather prosperous one, had a claim on the village, and the fertile fields around it.
That seems like one Teus' dirty tricks. I'd expect you to act with honor. Clever.
I thought so, at first.
Oh, bloody hell. She doesn't like that. Well, you know, you win some, you lose some.
The Comtessa annexed the village, as I'd planned.
Yeah.
But she did nothing about the bloodletting ritual.
Why would she? Why would you think she would do anything with the bloodletting?
And while it continued, she taxed the villagers to pay for the plantation she was building. And conscripted half of them to defend it.
He's worked the edge of his chest into tight knot, and he clenches it between pale, rigid fingers. So, and now you feel responsible, is that it? Well, he kinda is. Maybe you should have left them alone. You couldn't have known that would happen. This isn't your fault. Well, he couldn't known, but it kinda still is his fault. If you barely understood this ritual, how did you expect to stop it? You tried to do the right thing, and that's what matters. So, if you barely understood this ritual, how did you expect to stop it?
I had to do something, didn't I?
He turns to you with wide, anguished eyes. He pauses again, untwisting the shards at his lap. Well, yeah, but you may want to gather information first before you rush into the action, you know?
I keep wondering what I might have done differently, or how I could have known better.
By observing and learning things? I don't have an answer for that. Learning from mistakes like this is a good start. Well, that is true. Stop dwelling on this. You'll paralyze yourself. Again, that also is quite a true. The villagers had found a way to live with the ritual. In time, perhaps they would have changed it on their own. Yes, in time, yes. The Comtesse chose to bring misery on those people. She's to blame her here, not you. Okay, learning from mistakes like this is a good start.
I suppose so. I should get some rest. It's been a long day, and you've given me a lot to think about.
Wait, you still haven't told me what the animancers have to do with any of this. Well, that is true.
Ah, that.
He messages his temples. Okay, so you try to deflect, I guess.
I'm looking for an old Leaden Key sect. I've found several references, but...
He breaks off, shaking his... Stop playing coy with me, just blurt it out.
I want to be sure. Please, let me go over my notes again. Then I promise I'll tell you everything.
Yeah, I heard that before. We'll talk more later then. So what is that? Painted masks. Alan has spent the last 5 years trying to reform the Leaden Key into a force of good, but the task has proven difficult. So with Leaden Key has been, well, how long ever, and Alan here thinks he can change it in a couple of years. I'm a little too harsh on him. Anyways, he wants my help to find the Leaden Key cable in Deadfire that may provide him with much needed insight. Promise me to tell me more. Yeah. So we have Edda.
Hey, this brings back some memories, huh?
What did you do after we ended the legacy?
I like that feeling, knowing we'd stop Theos. We were part of something big. That was something I never felt before, not even at war. Guess I went looking for it again. Not that I wanted to tangle with gods, but something smaller. Something I thought I could manage.
Well, at least you had sense in that.
Well, there's a group of Eothasians in Deerwood, the night market. Go around helping other Eothasians in secret.
This is a result of choices you made in Pillars of Eternity, okay?
Sort of like the Leaden Key, guess you could say. Except not a bunch of craven lunatics.
Okay.
So this one night I'm at a tavern and this fella has a disagreement with me. Game of Orland's head he'd lost some money at. And I'm bashing his head into the target when he notices I got this pendant with a symbol of Eothas on it.
This ought to be good.
So we get to talking and it turns out he's an alright fella. Runs with the night market. And after he was feeling better a month or two later, he introduced me to some folks in the group, and they let me in.
How did that work out?
Well, it depended. The jobs we did, I got to help a lot of folks. A lot of times it was helping folks get out of bad situations, getting them set up with better ones. I liked that. But the group had problems. A lot of different ideas how to run things. Sometimes it cost the people we were trying to help.
Yeah, that tend to be problems with certain groups, yes.
And I don't know if that was something we could have avoided, or if it was the cost of trying to fix things.
Well, hard to say because I don't know the facts. Okay. So, I guess we're not asking anymore. Let me ask you something else.
If you like.
How do you like Deadfire?
The air is different. Especially compared to Gilded Vale, where there's more livestock than shovels.
Yes, I think it's the sea, you know.
Sounds different too. You wake up to all those bird calls, it really does sound like they're making music. If the birds woke you in Gilded Vale, it was usually a couple crows making the most horrible mating noises you ever heard. Strange thing is, I still get this feeling in me like I wish I was home.
Probably the sea, yeah. What are your thoughts on Eothas at the moment?
I want the destruction to stop. I want him to finish what he's doing and then go in peace.
But if destruction is the thing he's doing,
Only I don't see it playing out that way.
Not with our luck, you know. No. So, I need to probably sleep because I'm getting less of a healing and whatnot. What was the weapon I have? Just basic greatsword. Let's see. Reputation. How is it going? Oh yeah, right. Because I threatened pilgrims. You are still at 0. Okay, and this is Children of the Dawn Star. They apparently like me, and then we have Port Majer. They apparently like me too. For now, at least. Nice. Wait. No. What am I looking for? Oh, I think it is this. No, I don't remember. Where can I see? Oh, is this? This favored by Plague Walkers. So diplomatic and benevolent. Okay, yeah. Everything else is okay. Can I rest here? I can. Crafting. I'll have to check that later, but not now. Rest. And let's make a quick save. So, I think we're done for now. Alright, I can go to the world map from here. I said I can go to the world map from here. Okay, so we dealt with the deadlight. Maybe not the bestest way, but at least somewhat. Where were they? Can I zoom out a little bit more? No. Wait. Known location. Okay, maybe that is a little... Dunnage. Oh, it's here. And Neketaka is over there. But I think Dunnage is where we want to go. Well, we could go first and return the quest there and see what we can see there. I'm guessing in Neketaka we're getting quite a lot of more quests. So we are here. I'll probably want to make a proper save, you know, because I don't know if we will encounter something. So, oh, there's some stuff over there. We probably want to check that. Medical supplies, nice. Can I close this? Thank you. Maybe at Murkwater Lagoon. Well, we are not going there because it seems quite hard. We probably want to map out these areas at some point. Abandoned village. I think there might be something interesting. Can I... How does it work? Like so. No. Sorry. We need to, of course, make land here. Now, what do we have? Fresh fruit. Always good thing, so you don't... So the teeth won't fall out. The farming fields surrounding this village are barren and sun-baked. Its small orchard of koiki trees is dry. The fruits shrivel like resins. As you approach the village, you find it empty. A fine dust having long settled on every surface. Well, we are going to search. You take some time to search the abandoned village. 3 hours pass. And find what food hasn't yet perished. Okay, tar loaf. We keep searching. You continue. Yes. And find ingredient rice. And we, of course, keep searching. Why not? More loaf. Well, keep searching. And fine. We still can. You have gained a 9 palm stone. The item was put into your stash. You've searched every corner of the village. There's nothing left worth taking with you. I don't know. Is there a reason not to search as much as you can? I don't know. Water. Hello there. You are Rafik Redbeard. Quite hard, so we are not fighting with you if we can. No. See. There's the Dunnage. He's okay, he's stopped. I have no idea how the sea battle goes, but I'm pretty sure we would. Okay, that's the edge of the map I see. Now. Again, a proper save. Where's my... Wait. There's 3. Oh right, I probably should have... in a minute. Okay, I'm back. So I checked Alot's grimoire and the other grimoires. Basically, I had, I think, well, 4 grimoires. They each contain these same spells. So basically, I just need one because it does have different spells than in Alot's grimoire. I don't know if is there a easier way to compare grimoires so you could, well, see it easier. I don't know. Wait, what is that? Oh, copy. Yes, of course. Another slot. Yeah. So for now, I think I'll keep one and I can sell the rest. Now, what do we have? Lifter's Refuge. Ah. Okay. So I don't think we need to sneak, but we'll start moving around.
That
Did
can't
you
be
catch
you,
the
I
new
think
play
it
by
is.
the peg leg before?
I don't know. Who are you talking about, Udita?
The Green Menace? That I did. Made me want to poke out my eyes.
Oh, okay. We have aged shark meat and ale. Somebody's stash here. So this will take us... can I see the world map? Lifter's Refuge, King's Coffin, Radiant Court, and Balefire Beacon. Not Bacon. Why am I thinking Bacon? I don't know. So this is Dunnage. Okay. So you...
Damn me for a buttered slice of hardtack. It's you, ain't it?
I'm sorry, do I know you? The pale elf squints at you and puffs on her pipe. Acrid smoke from the bowl reads her face. Insti, Captain of Surprise, at your service.
Angry by the thumbs. At your service, he says. I'll keep it quick, see? If your little dinghy has got some chase in it, I've got a list of captains with a black mark to their name whose ships need a quick scuttling. And I'm in the market for a scuttler.
She sticks the pipe in the side of her mouth and grins, showing mouthful of yellow teeth. You're offering me a bounty. Where do I start? What makes you think I'd be interested? Well, bloody hell, it's money. We can't use money. So, you're offering me a bounty?
You read me like a book, you do. Then let's talk business, eh?
Pull your tongue out of my arse. That was quite easy to ascertain that you are actually offering us the money. So, she cracks her knuckles and grins.
You'll be looking to scuttle Cornu first, one of Rauatai's finest, eh? I don't ask my client what he did or what scale his death balance is. Safer to keep questions in the hold.
True. Well, I'll take the bounty. I'll do it when I can.
Of course you will. Knows a good opportunity when you seize it. Cornu helms a voyager early muster in the waters north of Nakataka and south of Sayuka.
Okay, before I go, I had some questions, apparently.
Avon?
Where do your bounties come from? She takes the pipe from her mouth and glances away, sighing through her nose.
Better if you don't ask.
Noted. Farewell. Okay. Fine. So can we see how far... bounty there. Well, it is something we should be able to do, but we'll see. More boxes and more hardtack, more food. Barkwami. Who are you? A large Aumar sailor sits on the docks, broad shoulders hunched forward, backed boat. When he shifts, his blue-green skin ripples over his hulking muscles.
Ain't no cruel eye of me. What good's a pirate who can't see? Forget navigating by the stars or shooting a pistol. I can't even swing a sword accurately now. Have a pity and toss me a pyre, will you?
What's your story?
Is this what my life boils down to? A moment of entertainment for others?
Oh, bloody hell, I was just trying to be polite here. His eyes heavily, big shoulders hunched.
I was a bosun not so long ago, and a damn good one at that. But I took a shot to the face, see?
Yeah. Well, at least it wasn't the knee. He waves on one massive hand in front of his sightless eyes.
Didn't lose much skin, but the flash burned out me eyesight. I can't make out so much as a blurry shape more than a foot away. Makes me right useless on a crew now, don't it? No one will have me for work.
It's interesting we can't hire him. But anyways, give 5 copper. Here you go.
100 blessings to you for sharing, sailor.
Don't mention it. Neglected pig. Bloody hell, nobody neglects pig on my watch. I want that little piglet here. Chauncey. So Chauncey, where are you now? Is this... No, that's Cosmo. Wait. Who has Chauncey? Who took Chauncey? Chauncey. Oh, sorry, it's here. +1 dexterity grants pet party wide effect. So we have might and dexterity. I'll go with the might for now, but we definitely will take Chauncey with us. Nobody neglects piglets here. Town person, Cape Polchek, and Carlo Fortuny. Anything else? No. Stray cat? Well, bloody hell, so many. Zorro. Okay. +1 resolve. So many creatures around here. We'll take everything we can. Ooh, ruby ingredient. Nice.
I'll see it done.
Rotten hagfish. A putrid, rotting hagfish. Feels or quest item, you say? Well, suppose we take it then. Silverfin and salt. So, Capo, check and Carlo Fortuny. You find a woman of early middle years, dressed fine, if dirty, armor adorned with bright purple piping. A pair of long scars bisect her brow and jaw. Though she stands at ease, a nervous energy thrums through her.
Fair day, traveler.
She grins broadly, a joyful twinkle lighting her eyes.
Anything I can do for you, just say the word.
Tell me about yourself.
Lady adventurer at your humble service. I was born in a deer and raised in the field, and there's nary a crevice of this archipelago I haven't seen.
Listen.
I split my time between a deer and the living lands, though I've spent much time in the Deadfire of late. And my goodness, if you think the Deadfire's wild, I must say, it's no more thrilling than a Lady of Luxury's afternoon luncheon, in comparison to the glorious madness of the living lands.
I'll take your word for it.
Being a cipher's come in quite handy, I'll tell you that.
Do you often get into the trouble then?
Oh, dear me, yes. Can't seem to avoid it. Not a lick of it's my fault, of course.
Of course.
It's the university. Always sending me to the most dangerous corners of Eothas, the skimps.
I know the feeling.
If I didn't know better, I might say they were trying to kill me.
Hey?
There's not other way to rid themselves of a tenured professor, after all.
Well, get any good stories out of it, at least?
Oh, aye. Some you wouldn't right believe. Like the time I lost part of my ear here, see?
Well, to be honest, I can believe quite a lot in this world. She pulls back her hair and shows you her mangled ear. It looks like something's had a good chew on it.
Lost an entire research team along with the ear. Rather a long day, that was. My colleagues have implied I might be cursed, but I can't say I much agree.
Well, your colleagues might be cursed. You are quite lucky. After all, you were the only one who survived from the team.
It's just the nature of the work, you understand. I mean, goodness, if you want a lady to find you the rarest plants, you gotta send her to the most remote places. On my last expedition, my colleague Innis got herself lost looking for what was essentially a big prickly weed. No medicinal use at all. I found her, though, mostly intact even. A blessing from the living lands, I call it, aye. But I do go on, don't I?
She laughs gaily and hand splayed across her chest. Could you teach me what you've learned in your time exploring the living lands?
With pleasure. Teaching is my specialty, after all. I'm gonna pack your brain with so much knowledge, you're gonna have a headache for a week.
Please,
All I need from you is 3,000 copper.
See, that's not that much in the grand scheme of things, but of course it's quite much at the moment because that's the only thing I have. But for enhanced stealth and metaphysics, I'll probably remember that, but not yet.
That's your prerogative, I suppose. Come back if you change your mind.
It's not a change of mind, it's just when I have enough moolah to do it. Anyways, Carlo Fortuny, a trim man in practical, well-crafted leathers, watches you from the corner of his eyes. When he catches you looking his way, his hand drifts casually to the dagger at his hip and lingers for a moment. Please don't do that, sir, because if we have to come in blows, you would die. Then he smiles, the corners of his hazel eyes crinkling with genuine warmth, and waves you over.
A cozy traveler. Care to hear a tale?
He rubs thoughtfully at the stubble along his jaw. Well, I'm here for the tales.
Well,
Tell me about yourself.
I was born to a family of merchants on the Pearl Coast. I was a restless boy, and my feet took me to the Valen republics when I came of age.
As Carlos speaks, his previously strong Valian accent begins to fall away, and his voice takes on the characteristic twang of the Durwood.
I learned of the power of geography and language at my father's knee, and those skills proved useful in the republics. I had many successful years as a merchant, and then I made a mistake. I joined up with a company based in Girara that traded in beautiful weavings. But they were ill-gotten gains, forcibly produced by a weaver the company kidnapped named Bonicetta. I didn't learn the truth until it was too late. And when our crime was uncovered, I was exiled from the republics.
That's a shame.
Indeed. But I should have asked better questions of my employers. And now I'm here, kicking my heels in the Deadfire, where no one knows my name and with few prospects before me.
Well, I imagine you're a resourceful fellow. You should do fine.
I would like to make amends to Bonicetta personally, but it seems a distant possibility. Ah, well, I learned my lesson. I won't be played for a fool again.
Wouldn't count on that. So, Bonicetta, more teaching. A mercantile power, former colony. A council of 14 ducks, okay. Why do you speak like a Valian?
It is good to blend in. All the better to observe the business of those around you, yes?
Yes. So, can you teach me what you learned in the Valian republics?
Ark, you listen to my tale. I suppose I can do that for you for 3,000 copper?
Okay, well, seems interesting, but not yet.
As you say. You should want for me, I will be here.
Well, I bet you are. So, we can buy skills, that is good, and, well, let's move on. Might be that this episode is quite a lot of just checking around the Dunnage Radiant Court. Balefire Beacon and King's Coffin. Should I start there and just, you know, go like so? That seems like a proper idea. No idea if we're going to have a fight in here. Probably could. Oh, it's just a Lendreth Man. Well, hello there, Manea.
Is that you? What's it been? 5 years?
Give or take, yes.
Life's been good. I keep on my feet and never stay in one place too long. Say what you want about pirates, but these Principi know how to have a good time. Sure, my money's on Rauatai, but I've avoided the Brass Citadel. Not interested in settling in, you know?
Okay, so apparently you are not joining us. Jacob Harker, Dini. Let's share a drink. You buy. Well, I'll buy a drink for me. Okay. Tierna. Pirate. What do we have in here? The wall is notched and scarred from countless knife throws that completely missed the target. Well, yeah. Hello there.
If you're enjoying my performance, tips are welcome but not required. Thank you, loyal patron.
Voice monotone, the wizard examines her nails as she speaks. A hand on her hip, she cocks her head as she waits for you to speak. How did you end up among these pirates?
I was playing dice and gambled on a sure thing. It turned out not to be such a sure thing, and now Harker owns my arse until I can pay off the debt. Of course, I started off owing him 250, and even though I've paid that twice, now I'm in the hole for 700. The interest rate, this uniform, my food and drinks, they all got added onto my tab at the end of the day.
Yeah, I can see that. So it doesn't look like you're enjoying yourself.
I work for a handful of pyres per day. How could I find enjoyment in that?
Yeah, I can see that. So maybe we can help you, but I'll give you 1 copper.
Oh, thank you, patron. I'll be debt-free in no time.
No, you're not. Despite her words, she doesn't actually sound appreciative. In fact, she rolls her eyes as she tucks the coin into her pocket. Well, I'll see what I can do for you if that is something I'm tempted. Elias Zelen. You find a lanky blonde elf flipping through a book of Edda and poetry by the artist Shilba. His armor is well worn and well kept, and bears on its bare breast the image of double-headed eagle holding a sword and crown. Looking more closely, you notice that with his free hand, he's picking a padlock. Well, show off.
Hello. May I help you?
I don't know. He catches you looking and gives you a shy smile.
Need anything?
Tell me about yourself.
I'm not sure what there is to tell. I'm a man of adventure, mostly.
Well, let's listen.
And what a selection of books it was. Every subject represented. Even some questionable ones. I couldn't help but help myself to them. I took as many as I could carry, and I can carry quite a bit. Read them all cover to cover and learned a lot too.
Okay, nice.
I tired soon of wandering, so I settled in a small town in the Deerwood and became a tutor for a noble family. Fell in love with the governess, naturally, and I stayed. For a while. I felt a stirring in my bones one day. I can't explain it. I just woke up, caught sight of the horizon, and had to go. I left my lady wife right there in our marital bed.
He sighs deeply. A look of longing flits across his face, but he stifles it with a quick frown. That's a bloody surprise to her wife, then.
I don't know what's waiting for me out here in the Deadfire. But I have hope this will be my biggest adventure yet.
Okay, so what can you teach to me?
Well, you listened to my long tale. I suppose you are owed a trick or two. For the low price of 3,000 copper.
Yes, low. So I should probably find out. Can I teach these to other crew members, or is it just to me? I'm guessing it's just for me, but I don't know. Probably for me. Anyways.
Have it your way then.
Lendreth.
Kill him, wait an hour, then pull any gold teeth. Easy as pie. You're an idiot. Wait a minute, wait an hour. Alive, dead. It makes no difference at all.
I've pulled plenty of gold teeth. I know the right way of it.
Maybe I'll pull your teeth just to prove you wrong.
Okay.
What do you know? It really does make no difference. You, out.
Probably just insecure.
Yeah, probably. So, what did you drop? I'm more interested of that. Valiant frock coat and copper. Yeah, we'll take everything. You're just a basic pirate. We don't want to talk to you. What is that? Though slightly frayed around the edges, as the sailcloth has been carefully cleaned and maintained. Well, come on. That's a nice. So, Jacob Harker. Above you find a tall man with salt grey hair and striking bright blue eyes. His face sports a handful of long scars that continue down his neck and disappear beneath the collar of his shirt. He looks up from wiping down the counter when you approach and gives you a broad, disarming smile.
Haven't seen you around before. Welcome to the King's Coffin.
Well, that is true. You haven't seen me before. This is my first time here. His smile is wide enough to show his bright white teeth, but his light eyes remain cold and flinty.
What can I do for you?
So what do you sell?
What do you want?
Show me your stock of provisions. I like to rent a room. That's probably what I want to do. Got a regulars looking for a little adventure. Any regulars? Okay, so that's hiring NPCs. You know any sailors looking for work? I need a crew. I wanted to ask you something else. You know any sailors?
So long as you don't mind pirates, sure.
Skiller 5 class. Seasoned navigator. That's interesting. Expert surgeon, big mouth. Ugh. Do you want this thing to be your surgeon? I don't know. Lendreth, expert helmsman. And seasoned cannoneer. Okay, we have that. Party management, retrain character, recruit adventures. So what do you sell? Mepu. Okay. Anything what is this? Whale's Wind. Immunity to mind affliction. Attacks -1 dexterity. Crew moral +3. So what? Okay. Honey wine hen. Tasty. Forgetful night. So do you by chance buy stuff? You probably do. Yes, you do. So these would be 100 per piece. Yeah, you can have that. We are not selling these, obviously. Fine leather, I might. Eothas in prayer. I don't know if I need this. What is this? Black pearl ingredient. We are not selling that. Traps. I might keep them, but honestly, I probably forget to use them. That's how it goes. Onyx ingredient. Wand. Yeah, we don't need that. Do I want to keep one? I might keep one. Just in case. Just in case. Nah. Valiant commonwear? No, I don't think we need those. Principe clothing? It's light armor. I might keep one just in case. Valiant clothing, we... Oh, it's pretty much the same, so we can sell these. Croc, we are not selling that. Worn rope, yep. Simple clothing, yeah, we sell everything. Daggers, we don't need. Well, we can buy if we need those. Principe hat. Yeah, more hats. Even more hats. White Yennefer. I'll probably have to do these. Okay, this is much easier if I do it like so. Honestly, battle axe. Do I want to keep one just in case? I might want to keep. like so. I'll have to do this rest of the game outside of recording, but I might as well do it now. Large shield, rapier, arquebus. I'll keep one. Yeah. I have 31 sabers, bloody hell. We are making a quite decent amount of money. Alien frog coat. Leather armor. So, wait. Well, these are a bit better, so I might keep 2 of these because they are light. So I well, 1 medium armor. So that means we probably. Okay, we can keep this. So we don't really need these. 4 cross freeze. Yeah. Yeah, we don't need that. What was it? Yeah, we don't definitely need those. Brigandine, we could keep 1. Probably saving these is not something I really need to do, but I might as well. Hide armor, 1 quart leather. Padded armor. But anywho. Nope. Nope. Basic. Animancer's hat, no. Racket hood, definitely not. These we might keep. Food and drink. Other. Well, we pretty much sold everything we can. Ingredients, ship items. Oh, we are making 8,000. Okay, I'll do that. And we are going to sleep. The bilge pump lasts for 1 rest. Max health. Enemies engaged. Captain's cabin. Plus 3 perception. 1 max empower points. Plus might concentration. I know I'm a cheapskate, but let's rest here for now. Now, what else? That is not a door.
Oh, God have mercy on me.
Constipation? Pietro? Hunch on his hands and knees, quivering and drenched in sweat, the pirate lets out a pain-filled groan.
Lost my God's damn soul and stupidity. Andre, save me now.
That can be arranged, so what's wrong with you?
My ship was attacked and boarded by pirate hunters. Didn't know if we'd be able to get away, so I swallowed down my most valuable possession, Ngati's black tear, a gemstone about the size of my fist.
Oh, that's gonna feel nice when it comes out, if it comes out.
Of course now it ain't coming out of either end. Been trying all manner of foul concoctions to no effect on account of my stomach being too strong. Years of sailing the storm-racked seas will do that to you.
Well, we could cut you open.
Started feeling an intense pain 2 days ago. I think I might be dying. I can't even crawl no more.
If I help you get it out, I want the gem. What if I just punch you really hard in the stomach? That might get it out. Tempting, tempting. Just keep yourself pointed away from me. You could explode at any moment. So, I want the gem.
You can take it. What I used to think was a blessed treasure has become my curse. Any price is worth getting it out of me.
I bet it does, yeah.
Rosanella's got a stand in the Radiant Court. She's been supplying me with some experimental concoctions, tweaking them after. Tell her the last one actually came close to working.
Sure, okay. Iron God, who are you? Dunnage town person. And this is, the booth is cozy and quiet, perfect for discreet dealings. I bet it is. Anything else? You are pirate. The demon, Irvena, and cabin boy. Let's make a quick save. Hello, demon.
Go pester someone who cares.
Irvena.
My. Aren't you a handsome one?
An older woman looks you up and down and smiles, revealing several gold teeth. So you say gold teeth.
Did you need help with something, my dear?
What do you do here?
Isn't it obvious? I entertain, of course.
She does a little shimmy and breaks off with a laugh. Right.
It'll cost you 50 pyres, naturally. And don't let the wrinkles fool you. I'm still young at heart, and I've got more experience than most.
Yeah, farewell. Yeah, stealing. I guess this is stealing too. Yes, cabin boy. Okay. Is this it? For now, at least, it seems like it. Okay. Balefar Beacon. I want to see what's over there. If an ungodly folk rolls. Something. Okay, Principe Priest, Marauder, Dunnage Town Person, Pirate. So it's a temple of some sort. Maybe. Nice painting, yeah. By the by, what's our group formation? Wait, why are you there? You're supposed to be there, I guess. No idea why it was like so, yeah.
Dim in the lantern.
Okay, it's a stealing, of course, but as nobody's seeing, we might as well do it. What is this? River reading, okay. Okay. Nice. None's the wiser then, eh? Is it the gentleman of leisure lost its ship? Captain Furrante. Oh, there's the Furrante. Yes, two-eyed Pim. Right. We are not talking to Furrante just yet. To Balefire Tower? Well, we could talk to him. But we'll go to the tower first. So we have two named characters, I see. Maybe. Ooh, lovely view. You are Pistolier. Can you believe there's an empty seat on the Principe Priest? Oh, no. That was stealing. We don't want to do that here. Not now. Gusts of wind rise from below with the smell of beacons' fires. Is that stealing? It doesn't seem to be stealing. Nice place to hang around, I guess. At least you have nice view. Dropping crust over the iron bands of this cage. Okay. Nice. So let's go and talk to the Furrante and see what he has to say after what we've done. Yeah, two-eyed Pim. Quick save, just in case. Ooh, different seats for different people, it would seem. Hello. Oh. No. Captain Furrante last Marisco is... Okay, we can't talk to him. Oh, we can.
Watcher. Good, you have arrived.
Chin jutting upward, he grants you a winsome smile. His left cheek dimples as the smile spreads to show teeth. Okay.
Ahoy there yourself, Captain. What do I be but a pretty bit of man meat to dangle from a wrist? As easily forgotten as set aside.
Yes, you are. arms akimbo and head askance, Seraphim smirks. Furrante rubs his thumb over his golden swollen, violent thoughts gliding over his face like dark clouds. Then he smiles, but it's a vicious expression more than a pleasant one.
A little seabird informs me that you have dealt with our mutual problem, the scoundrel Benuet.
His eyes glint as a fierce grin cuts across his face, and his lone dimple deepens.
Gelarde, for this you have my grandest commendation.
Thank you, I guess.
You'd have been right amused, you would. Few sights as fine as that hard blowing 3-sheeter getting what's long been due him.
Hands on his hips, Seraphim juts his chest forward, blue fur expanding like a bird's plumage.
You are lacking in so many ways, my former ship hunter, that no one can say you are not entertaining. I myself would have enjoyed watching you put the scoundrel in his place.
Well, he had it coming.
That he did. Indeed.
Furrante strokes his fingers down the line of his jaw, eyes downcast in thought. Minor positive reputation gained with Principis and Patrena.
And as promised, I have prepared for you a fine prize.
With a sweep of his arm, he offers you a magnificent cloak. You have gained an item, cloak of protection. The item was put into your stash. Okay, thank you.
However, there is another matter of which we must now speak.
There's always another matter.
I must confess to you a bit of a problem has arisen. One which speaks to your expertise with the supernatural. We've sighted the floating hangman that haunts the Deadfire.
Do elaborate. Well, did you just say a ghost ship haunts the Deadfire? Yeah. Well, do elaborate. His lips thin, pressed taut as he half shrugs one shoulder, infuriatingly non-committal.
This galleon, what likely remains of the Von Ferros, is a frightful legend.
Meaning iron strength, the Von Ferros is a Grand Valiant galleon that Targosi paladin Lucia Rivan used to flee the burning palace when charged to protect the royal family's sword. Okay.
We have been losing ships at sea, amico. And not to those Valera ship-hunting bastards. I believe the floating hangman may be our culprit.
A ghastly and rotting ship that haunts the Deadfire, manned by an undead crew. This vessel is rumored to become the seas and sails veiled with an unnatural fog.
Fortune favors us, as I have procured a survivor from such a recent sinking. You will consider what she has to say.
Head craning abruptly to the side, he barks a loud order.
Come forth, Selenia. Quickly now, or I will run rivers of your lethargic blood.
At last, he smiles. Sun-blistered and raw-boned, the pirate regards you both with discerning glare. She tongues a chapped bottom lip, but keeps quiet.
Well, spit it out, Selenia, and try not to embarrass me before our guest.
Of course, Captain. It might have pretty hard near the end, but I spit the tale as best as I can.
The pirate touches a spot at the base of her skull and winces. She glances off to the side, eyes black and full of hurt. Furrante sighs and rubs tiredly between his brows.
Go on, gent. I'm ready as I'm like to get me.
With a shiver, the pirate turns her black button eyes to you. So, I'll try not to press you to remember more than we absolutely need. You will think hard and recount every detail you can. Understand? Do it even if it hurts, even if it kills you. Tempting, but so what happened to you?
Saw my old crew slaughtered me, my best mates, and even a few I hated. They weren't but blood and meat in the end. It branded the back of my eyes that moment. High seas, nothing but blue all around. Then, mist so thick you could taste it. Ships sailed from within. Out of nowhere was a hunt, not for loot, but for bodies. The ship, it looked...
She gropes at her hip, but there's nothing in there. Fingers fumbling at the air, she bares her teeth. Well, yes, obviously, undead ship needs undead people to, work, so makes sense.
Rotted. The crew, they were all undead. Couldn't stop them from boarding. Couldn't kill them. Couldn't even fight them in the end.
It's hard to kill something that's already dead. Tell me about them. The undead, I mean.
They were dreadful. Some were clothed, like maybe they'd only recently died. Others weren't more than moving bones. One was different. Her presence was overwhelming. Heavy. Flames burned in the place of her eyes. The crew shambled hard to do her bidding, even the ones who seemed hardly aware. Figured she was the captain, me.
Well, pretty safe assumption, I would say. She shrugs, gaze going far away.
There is a flag the floating hangman flies. A flag that once heralded the Fonferus of Old Valia. It belonged to a Darkutsi paladin of some legend, one Lucia Rivan. But Selenia's knowledge is limited in this regard. Let us instead ask her of a subject she may know.
How were you taken by surprise on the open sea?
Me and my crew were adept. Alert. Always. No. Weren't no one gonna get the jump on us. Was some magic foul. Just sudden like, the winds died, the waters fell flat and the air got heavy. They turned sky and the sea both against us. Then this thick fog roiled up at midday. Without a sound, the spectre ship
She glides her hand in the air.
skimmed right out. It was too late. We couldn't outsail it.
When did this happen? She ruffles a hand through her short hair, skulls.
Dunno me. Drifted for days, maybe longer. Kept winking in and out after I ran out of drink.
One of mine found her no more than a week ago. Malnourished, dehydrated. The poor girl was scarcely able to speak.
Well, I'm more than able to gabble now, aren't I? Could sail, too. No, you got no reason to keep me.
She flits her hand over the softness of her shirt. Again, her fingers hesitate to close to her hip, the fabric wrinkled there, where the pistol might normally be strapped. Oh, okay, perception, yes. A muscle ticks in Furrante's jaw, but otherwise ignores her.
Perhaps there is something else you wish to ask of our guest before she departs from us.
Would you like to elaborate the departs from us part? How do you survive the attack?
Calling me Craven? Huh, sure, I am.
Well, actually, I didn't. I just kind of want to know how you survived. She rubs at the back of her head, rough, like she needs it to hurt.
Took a knock in and I was out for a while. When I came to, they were eating Ganasco, our steward.
With Chianti and fava beans?
I dropped a dinghy and rode for it. Don't know why they didn't give chase. Don't much care me.
Maybe they wanted the news go out? I don't know. Selenia cuts a glance to Furrante for confirmation. When he dismissively waves her away, her black eyes narrow and she raises her chin, defiant, but then turns his full gaze to her, suddenly seething, and she shrinks into herself. Fists shaking at her sides, she reluctantly retreats.
She belongs to Aldis, who undoubtedly will come to claim her soon. But that is a problem for another time.
Okay.
One moment, Watcher.
The captain scowls at Selenia's retreating back, a dark anger warming his cheeks. Why secrecy? Principe is a good one. Dead and be damned, Captain, as I believe you told Selenia. Spit it out already. I'll go with that. He grins, wild and roguish, minor positive reputation gained with Principes and Patrena.
Looks like we'll be making a salty grog-sucking cur of this one yet.
Alf rolls his eyes. Irresponsibility. Oh, bloody hell, Alf.
Mind the manner in which you address me, ship hunter.
The mirth evaporates from his face. Minor positive reputation, okay.
Allow me to cut to the heart of it. Lucia Rivan, whose flag flies atop our spectral ship, was a Dakotsi paladin who died more than 200 years ago.
Is this the third time you already said that? Please get to the matter of fact.
It is my hope that uncovering the details regarding dear Rivan's fate in life may illuminate the nature of her undeath and how to defeat her galleon.
Oh, using your brains, are we?
Unfortunately, the only soul who could possibly shine more light on our situation lies buried deep within Neketaka.
Where you are not welcome, I guess?
One Isir the Berethian, now well rotted, I presume.
I take it you have a plan.
Indeed, I do.
Flashes you a devious grin.
Though I and mine cannot so openly venture into the depths of Neketaka, nor can we commune with the dead. You, Watcher, are adept in both of these areas, correct?
Yes, I would assume so, yes.
You must search the temple of Berath on Neketaka's sacred stair. Izair's tomb within it should contain a chronicle for how and where he slayed our paladin, Rivan.
Do we know anything more about Lucia Rivan?
By all accounts, our Rivan was a Darkotsi paladin who sailed to the Deadfire in order to safeguard a royal weapon of Old Valia. She is the epitome of Grand Valia, of magnificence, honor, and duty. Living or undead, she strives still to serve her charge. And yet, we know not why, but a Berathian priest called Izir opposed our Rivan, and fiercely. They fought to the death, Rivan's to be precise, in this very archipelago. Along with her life, Rivan lost the sword she had sworn to protect.
He traces a dreary line down his jaw. So I guess we will have to find the sword. And she's looking for the sword, I imagine.
It has, lamentably, remained unfindable since. I believe it may be why she searches the seas yet.
You believe? I know so. At least I think so. So who is this Izir the Berathian?
Regrettably, I know little but this. He was an Ediran warrior priest of Berath, and a significantly fervent one, if tales are to be believed. He chased our Dakotsi to the Deadfire, hunting her to, well, to her death. Shortly after slaughtering our brave paladin, the priest died, possibly of sickness, or perhaps from a festering battle wound. He was entombed in honor of his service to Berath in Neketaka's sacred stair.
I'll see what I can do.
Gelarde, do return when you've any lead that may navigate us to where the floating hangman anchors.
I will.
I will be waiting.
I bet you are. So... Oh, she just left. Two-eyed Pim, who are you? And why do I want to talk to you? We'll see that.
Much ado to you, Casita.
The captain... Casita? A valiant temple... Captain. The captain flourishes a sweeping bow. When he bends forward, a golden swollenet slips from his collar to dangle on the end of its chain. He tucks it away as he straightens, but not before you notice the etching on its front side. It marks him as the third chair on the Consuelo Mescasitas. Consuelo Mescasitas. Really, okay.
A word of advice. Guard your back in Dunnage. You have not yet carved a name for yourself or your crew. Yet you choose to swim in a sea of sharks. Should one take a bite, the Consuelo will not intervene.
Well, I've been, swimming with the sharks, dead gods, old groups and whatnot, so I think I can manage, yes. Thank you for the warning, though.
Elsewise, how might I be of assistance?
Show him Benwet Solinet. I want fourth seat of Consuelo Mescalicitas.
The Consuelo will need to vote on it. But with your reputation, and if you vanquished Benwith, as appears to be the case, I do believe you are the most qualified to take his place, Ak.
Okay.
I will speak with Furrante so that he may consider the matter further. You have my ear, Casita. Of what do you wish to discuss today?
Is there someone or someplace I should avoid while in Dunnage?
You may have noticed a divide between old blood and the new, by which I mean those who descended from or otherwise hold Old Valia in grand esteem. and the varied enough and uncouth recruits we have since brought into the fold. I assure you, the latter was supremely by necessity, though perhaps I'm ill-equipped to throw stones. As a Casita of some repute, you will be most welcome in the king's coffin, but you should watch yourself throughout the Radiant Court.
And tell me about the Consuelo Mescasitas.
Yes, our Council of Captains.
Maybe I should actually use that name because I can't pronounce the proper one. Maybe I learned. He tips his head toward the semicircle of elaborately ornate chairs aligned on the other side of the room.
There are 7 seats on the Consuelo, each occupied by a high-ranking captain within the Principe. Seat holders convene to vote on a variety of issues concerning the Principe's well-being. To claim a seat, a captain must have substantial backing and sufficient power, both politically and physically. Furrante, the last Marcheso, holds the highest-ranking seat because the most ships in our entire fleet have pledged loyalty to his flag. As you can guess, the Sea Wolf, Aldis, commands the second most numerous fleet of ships. As such, she is the second chair, and I am the third.
He rolls his head on his neck as if to work out a stiff muscle. If to work out a stiff muscle.
Perhaps you would like to attend the proceedings when the Consuelo next convenes.
Okay. I don't really care why he's speaking Valiant. Farewell. So, I don't know. Yeah, this is definitely one group I probably can join. I don't know how many missions I can do per group before I have to make a choice. I definitely want to see the rest of the group. But before we continue, I'll go get something to drink and I'll be right back. Okay, let's see. We got the... It's here. Cloak of Protection. Anyone have... Well, you might use it. Defense 49, defense 36, 39. You have a Cloak of Deflection. 35, you don't really have anything. You have 59, so 36, 35. You do... Well, I'll guess I'll give it to Alth, yeah. So, let's move on. Balefar Beacon. And Radiant Court, which is apparently a bit hazardous area for us, but of course we're going to go there. If we're lucky, we can get to Neketaka in this episode, so we could at least get some of these things done. Now... Burner.
Leave it to me.
What is that? Water. Maura Coral. It is ingredient, okay. Treasure Troll. Calandra.
As you wish.
As I wish indeed. Fortunately, these are not huge areas altogether, at least this area. Burner.
Fresh fruit, vegetables, dried goods for long voyages. I got it all right here.
Don't shout, I'm next to you.
What can I stock you up with today?
Oh, show me what you have for sale. Well, what? Merkberries, cuttlefish, unripened palmstone, poultry, fire kelp. Well, we're not buying anything at the moment. You're a Dunnage town person.
Did you hear? The gilded kestrel was lost at sea.
From Goldfin's fleet? Impossible with her wealth.
Weren't no one to bribe. The floating hangman got 'em. Now they're bones.
Yeah, bloody floating hangman.
There goes the captain who murdered Benwith.
You got...
It's cleaner than I expected.
You got a problem with that? Rosanella.
So you're the captain the old port's been talking about. Aye, you do look like a fearsome sort. Welcome to Dunnage.
Well, thank you. She slapped hand on the border with a hearty laugh.
What are you having? I'll pour you a double.
What do you know about the floating hangman? Her eyes go wide and she fumbles a bottle of spirits, spilling rum all over the counter. Don't spill the rum.
No one survives the floating hangman, or so they say. It's the ship of the dead. You spy it on the horizon, you flee as fast as you can.
So, okay, Pietro sent me to you.
I guess the last concoction I made for him didn't do the trick then. Poor bastard. There's one last tincture recipe I know that won't kill him, probably. It's called Andra's Bile, but I don't have all the ingredients in stock.
Maybe that one thing we found from the barrel is something you need, but what are the ingredients?
You'll need a rotten hagfish, an unripened palm stone, and a vial of fire kelp extract. Have him mix it all with a half tankard of grog and, well, hope for the best.
Okay, yeah. Why didn't you try Andra's Bile earlier?
I did tell you the list of ingredients, eh? He'll have stuff dribbling out of both ends for a week. Maybe 2 if he's really unlucky.
Oh, disgusting image. Where can I find this ingredient?
Check the barrels around Lifter's refuse for the rotten hagfish. You might be able to find unripened palmstone for sale somewhere in Radiant Court.
She pours a drink, but rather than passing it to the patron, she drowns it herself.
Harker in the King's Coffin usually keeps some fire kelp extract on hand for special purposes. Be careful when dealing with that one.
Okay, I don't really need to ask this why we need a rotten hagfish and not regular hagfish, because we need to get the guy spewing stuff from the both ends, so rotten is better. So what do you sell? Rum, Daibo, Osa, White Yennefer, Beppu. Okay, so basic alcohol. Nice. Indeed, we...
Looking for work. I've got coin and a few scores to settle.
Okay.
Carry yourself like a person well acquainted with violence.
I am.
Care to put your skills to use for a good cause? And some coin?
Well, I don't care about the cause, but I care about the coin. She dances a coin across her knuckles, mirth a bright glint in her eyes. Tell me about the cause you mentioned.
It's simple enough. The firebrand commanded by Captain Henqua once plagued the Deadfire. The skill and brutality of Henqua's crew was the stuff of legends.
The Cyril flicks the coins she's holding and snatches it from there with a grin. Up close, it's clearly a soul in it.
Legendary nightmares, more like. After how they did the crew with a virtuous reward. Even that bastard Benwith wanted nothing to do with them.
But pirate legends don't live long. Some months ago, an alliance of Neketaka pirate hunters managed to corner the firebrand and sink her off the coast of Tikawara. They confirmed Captain Henqua's death, but her senior crew members escaped unscathed. And now it seems like bringing the firebrand's crew to justice doesn't matter to anyone but me.
Even in the low light, you can see a vein throbbing at her temple. Her voice drops to a low growl.
So I want you to kill them. And I'll pay you out of my own pocket if you do.
Well, I guessed as much. Sounds like you got a grudge against Firebrand's crew. Well, she wants them dead, so yeah.
It's nothing personal.
No.
The crew earned their reputation through murder and thievery. And it would make me sick to see them regain an ounce of their power.
She tries for a nonchalant shrug, but it comes off looking like she's got a sore shoulder instead. As she speaks, Desiree removes a small suolinet from her pocket and polishes the surface with the corner of her shirt. Her features soften like she's visiting an old memory. Then she stuffs the coin back in her pocket with a barely audible sigh. Ah, insight. Stoic, raise an eyebrow. Raise an eyebrow.
I know a questioning eyebrow when I see one, and I'm not in the mood to be giving answers. I've got family business to tend to, is all.
Okay.
But I suppose you have a right to know.
Honestly, lady, decide. Either you tell me or not. She pauses and slips the swollen from her pocket. Again, it gleams golden in the low light.
My idiot kid sister was on the Firebrand, seduced to a dishonest life by the promise of adventure. When the pirate hunters killed the crew and sank the ship, they also killed my sister.
That's what the pirate hunters tend to do, yeah.
But those irredeemable lowlifes I sent you after got away without a scrape. I want them to pay. I don't much care how, so long as they take that turn on the wheel.
Okay, I'll hunt down those pirates. Who am I looking for?
The Firebrand had a mascot. A useless little bastard, who's taken to calling himself Lord Admiral Imp. He's not terribly dangerous on his own, but he's keen to make a nuisance of himself wherever he goes.
She rubs the bridge of her nose and sighs. Servant frowns pro-knitting. Anti-principi. Okay.
Last I heard, Lord Admiral Imp was making himself comfortable in Queen's Berth. You'll find him there with a few zarops and constructs, the little buggers convinced to follow him. Bless their simple hearts.
Who's next on your list?
You'll be taking down Lady Ipiro, Captain Henqua's former first mate and rumored lover. She's a cipher, and a dangerous one at that.
They tend to be, yes.
Ipiro maintains an estate in Serpent's Crown in Neketaka. But I wouldn't recommend you rush in muzzles blasting and swords held high. She keeps a number of bodyguards on her payroll.
She winks, all smiles. Okay. I'll be careful. Who else am I after?
You'll be going after Katren, the Firebrand's resident wizard. Rumor has it, she was once an apprentice to Arkemir before turning pirate. Last I heard, Katren and her sundry little minions could be found lazing about the sacred stair here in Neketaka at night. No idea where she disappears off to during the day.
Who's the last target?
I have a challenge for you, my friend. And his name is Torkar, leader of the Firebrand's boarding parties. He's an ogre, with a reputation for cleverness and cruelty both. I've even heard tell it was Torkar who was behind the Firebrand's most successful tactics, not Henqua.
Interesting.
Torkar was last seen at Lifte's refuge here in Dunnage, dead set on joining a crew, or assembling his own. I trust you won't let that happen.
She cocks one dark eyebrow in question. Remind me who am I looking for again? Please tell me the middle thing. Farewell.
Happy hunting.
She nods and gives you a showy wink. So, let's see our journals. Oh, we probably don't want to try the talker just yet. What about the rest of... So it's the task. Bounty Lord Admiral Imp. Search Queen's Berth, kill Lord Admiral Imp, and take his head. Well, it's white, but 3 skulls. These are not to be trifled with. Yeah. So white, 3 skulls is success is unlikely. 3 red skulls, failure is all but assured. So we leave these later, obviously. Rosanella. So we need to get those pile ingredients. What else we can find from here? Let's make a quick save just in case.
I'm telling you.
Stray dog.
Ewina in the king's coffin. She'll make...
We got a dog. Where are you? Constitution, Grand Spit Party. Hemp. Lovely dog.
Stars.
Ramaso.
You half-masted sod.
Welcome to
She's
my
gotta be
emporium.
90 years
Whatever
old.
you need, I sell.
Doubt it.
What would you like to buy today?
Also, what you have for sale. Bale hut. Ooh, a bit expensive. Well, to be honest, we have 11,000. Eager Blade, that's a stock 2-hand. We are not using a stock Umbra. And lacks 2-handed, exceptional. Hammer and Chisel. What do we have? Fine Brigandine. Wetting Brigandine is pretty much same as a Plate armor, it would seem. Miscreant's letter. Letter. Exceptional breastplate. Not truly bad. Exceptional plate armor. Well, exceptional. Let's see. 55. 1 point more. Okay, interesting. I don't think I want discount items of minus 10%. Okay, I don't think I want to buy anything just yet. The shelf contains current navigational charts and best areas about the various sea monsters Captain could encounter. Interesting. Will we encounter mariner's porridge, sea monsters? If the labels on the bottles are to believe, these concoctions cure everything from scurvy to death itself.
I'll see it done.
Silver fin. Okay. Grab those. Ooh, repair supplies. Ah, we can't take those. Bloody hell. Well.
My old captain was a drink from the day he was born to the day he died. Always he was rail thin. He wound up with a wooden leg, 26 ships and a bilious fever. Sunrise is a woe, doves. The coming horizon is a sea-sized ruin.
Aha. Okay. Thanks for that. You're a pirate.
Andra's gills.
They
There's no
sail
hope.
on a gilded
A
bridge.
repeat customer. I like your type.
Hey,
What can I stock you up with today?
do you have any unripened palm
Of
stones?
course I do. But they're no good to eat when they're not ripe. Will make you sick so long as they're purple, aye.
Yeah, that's why I need them.
Tell you what, though. I'll still sell you what I got. Just don't eat them till they're brown.
So, do I need to buy them or not? Unripened? Okay, that's good. Calandra.
That was a disaster of epic proportions if ever I directed one.
Arms flailing wildly before her, the stage performer shoos the other actors from the set.
A typhoon couldn't have cleared out our audience faster.
So, what's wrong?
What's wrong? I'll tell you what, everything.
Well, that doesn't really tell me anything.
My troop's coming apart at the seams. We're short on cash, we're low on people, and we've run plumb dry on enthusiasm.
She ticks the point on her fingers.
We haven't drawn a decent crowd in more than a fortnight. And it ain't like pirates are hard to please. That's how you know the show really stinks. But I think I know what the problem is. We've got a lack of flair. If only I could hire more talented performers. I just know my play would take off.
What would you need to improve the play?
A better Eothas, for one. I'm the tallest one in our troupe. I'm still not very convincing, even when I bother to dye my skin blue. Also, our special stage effects aren't all that special anymore. We had someone for that role, but she got herself into debt and has a new job at the King's Coffin.
I guess we already know. What's your play about?
Only the biggest thing to hit the Deadfire since the Valian Trading Company started hunting us like sea hounds. I'm talking about Eothas storming through the archipelago and capsizing nearly a whole fleet of our ships.
Okay, so I'll help you.
Really? Well, that's great. Then we could...
Abruptly, her eyes narrow, her dark brows furrowing with heavy suspicion.
Wait a tick. Why would you help me? What do you get out of this?
I'd expect a cut of profits, of course.
Ah, of course. Well, that's more than fair.
I know.
I'm in desperate need of 2 more performers. A wizard for one, plus any oaf big enough to pose as Eothas. I happen to know a wizard of the finest skill set who already performs here in Dunnage, Taerna at the King's Coffin. But unfortunately, I got no idea of where we might find a suitable Eothas. Get me the right people for the parts, and I promise you'll be pleased with your investment. I'll turn us a profit or die trying.
Well, in the latter part, I will help if you don't get me my profits.
Put down anchor, breathe.
So... Wait. Tidy performance. The Pegleg performance troupe is floundering with their current performance in the Radiant Court. To put a better show and pack the house, they need the help of a wizard and a big blue Aumaua. For a share of the profits, I've agreed to find suitable candidates to join troops' performance. There's a blue-skinned Aumaua in Lifter's Refuge who could play the part of Eothas. Oh. I don't know how we know that,
So much.
but we know
when
that.
Should we lot? Where and how could we send?
Let's go to King's Coffin first because we have things we can do in there. Basically, get the last ingredient and help that guy pass through that gem before Jacob.
What can I do for you?
Fire kelp extract for sale.
Sure do. And at a generously discounted price too. 250 pies.
Off.
Be careful you don't get any of it in your eyes. Burns like a mother. Burns like you wouldn't believe. Wouldn't wish that sting on anybody. Not even my worst enemy.
Don't you worry about that.
Actually, yeah. Yeah, I would.
He chuckles deeply to himself as he hands you the vial of the fire kelp extract. Okay. Now fare thee well. Return to Iron Gut Pietro. Well, Pietro, let's see how this works out. Quick save just in case.
Damn my gut. Just kill me now. Blast my God's damn soul in stupidity. Andre, save me now.
Rosanella says this should work. Well, let's give the Andros bile. Hands trembling, Pietro hastily mixes the contents into the wooden mug half filled with the water. With a final nervous swallow, he lifts the mug to his lips and downs the concoction. After several moments, nothing happens and he shakes his head, expression grim. Well, I guess something is starting to spew out of him soon.
Oh.
Yeah, there it is. But then he goes white as a sheet, his throat muddles red, and his mouth pops open in a little oh of surprise.
Oh, God! He's coming out the other end now!
Oh, bloody hell. Iron Gut scoops the vomit-coated gemstone, what looks to be a black pearl the size of a small rock. He gives a quick wipe down before thrusting it into your hands. Yeah, I don't think it's stopped, mate, so you probably want to go somewhere. You have gained an item in green and black pearl. The item was put into your stash.
Oh, now, if you'll excuse me, I need a change of bottoms.
Biting back occurs, he hurries off. I don't think it's done yet. But anywho, now, the other one. Hello there, Tierna.
Welcome back, patron. I so hope you enjoy the performance.
Yes, I do enjoy. Calandra needs you for her play.
I'd be happy to go back working for her, except I owe Harker over there a good deal of money.
She jerks her head toward the far end of the bar.
Stupid dice went cold at the wrong time.
Yeah, we've talked about that, yes.
Until I pay him what I owe, 700 pyres, I'm not going anywhere.
I'll see what I can do.
Sure, it's worth a try, I guess. You must really want to see Calandra's play. Well, I won't stop you from helping me out.
So, what can you tell me about the Harker?
You haven't heard the rumours, I take it?
Her voice drops to raspy whisper.
Some people say he's the Red King.
Is the red what? The who now?
Come on now, you're pulling my leg.
No, I'm pulling nobody's legs here.
The Red King was a pirate with a grudge against the Valian Republics. Supposed to have died years ago.
Her eyes gleam with excitement as she tells the tale.
But some folks say he faked his death to escape the wrath of the Valian Republics.
The elf leans closer, conspiratorially to murmur near your ear.
Those same folks say that Harker was the Red King.
Licking the corner of her mouth, she straightens. She smooths her hair with the trembling fingers.
I wouldn't go on asking him about it, if you know what I mean. Harker's got a nasty reputation, a real violent disposition, and besides, people in this port generally don't like others prying into their past.
Okay, fairly well. Let's go and talk to Harker. Did I make a quick save? Yes, I did.
What can I do for you?
Streetwise, I've heard rumors you're the Red King, the infamous pirate.
Infamous to his enemies, famous to his friends.
He narrows his eyes and sizes you up before saying more.
Folks decided to call me the Red King, and I had nothing to do with that. But I didn't tell them to stop neither. See, the Valian republics drove my Dar out of business, and I repaid them in kind by taking their ships and their treasure. A whole lot of it. Got right tired of ship hunters crawling up my arse every time I went out to sea, though. So I paid off my crew, scuttled this ship here, and went my merry way. In other words, the Red King is dead. And if you ask me any more about it, you will be too.
Ooh. So, it would seem that we can't really... Well, I don't know if there's a way to get the price lower, but let's go with that.
Got to you, did she? The woman can spot a soft-hearted mark from 50 paces. Like a sixth sense or something.
He nods to you conspiratorially. Everybody's nodding me with the conspiratorially, as if he didn't just imply you were a sucker easily parted from your money. Alathnot's quiet smile etched across his lips. Beautiful, okay.
Here's the thing, though. It's more profitable for me to keep her under my thumb, so sweet as your offer is, you can keep your money. Unless there's something else you need, I think we're done here.
Will you take something else in the exchange for her freedom?
If I wanted something else, I'd have asked for it.
Would 1400 copper do the thing?
Look at you, big spender. Word of caution now. You don't want to look too desperate around here. Pirates can sniff that out easy as stink on fish.
Yeah.
Tierna's free to go.
Thank you.
Endless thanks for taking care of my debt. See you at the play.
You better be worth it. Oh, you're dancing for me. Lifter's Refuge. Oh, right. I know what we are looking for. Yes. I see. Well, he doesn't, but yeah.
Have a pity and toss me a pyre, will you?
How would you feel about playing part of Eothas on stage?
What? I'm no actor. And besides, I can't barely see nothing as it is.
You'll just need to speak few lines, stand there and look intimidating. You're an idiot, stay here and die of hunger. It pays, do you want the job or not? I could go clever. In this troupe, being a good actor isn't a requirement. Believe me, you're perfect for the role, but let's go with rational. You just need to speak few lines, stand there and look intimidating.
Intimidating I can do. Reciting a bunch of namby-pamby lines is going to be the trickier part, but I'm game to try.
What else? You really don't have anything to lose, you know. He sighs as he straightens his spine, standing even taller to tower over you.
Turn me in the right direction, and I'll make me way to the Radiant Court.
Okay. I'll start level upping, and once I've leveled up a person, I'll show what I did, and yeah, we'll go from there. So, I'll be right back. So, what did I do? I bought 1 level in mechanics, and 1 level in insight. I'll have to check what I'll buy next time. And then I got a upgrade to the Flames of Devotion. I got Shared Flames, calls upon the paladins in a fire, causing their equipped weapon to burst into flame as they strike, adding burn damage to the attacks, but of course second affliction, but nearby allies receive a smaller version of the flame's effect, so they will get 50% damage dealt as burn for 8 seconds. So that's it. Now, yeah, we're done. I'll go with the Aloth. Be right back. So with Aloth, I bought 1 point in athletics and 1 point in metaphysics, and I decided to take an ability expose vulnerabilities, spares the enemy's combat vulnerabilities for all to see, interrupting them, as well as reducing their armor rating and deflections. Interrupt -2 armor rating, -10 deflection for 20 seconds. I'll have to see what I'll buy next time, but that's it for now. And who's next? That would be, I guess, oh no, it's Shotty. Be right back. With Shotty, I decided to take, wait, what was it? 1 point in athletics and I think it was insight. Yes, it was insight. And Despondent Blows, nagging doubt in the face of unbreakable fate, consumes enemies in the area of effect, lowering their melee accuracy and downgrading their critical hits to hits. So -15 accuracy with melee attacks, 15% of crits converted to hits for 30 seconds accuracy versus will. Okay, and that is it for now. Then we have Seraphim, so I'll be right back. So with Seraphim, I took Secret Horrors, causes enemies in the area of effect to believe their worst fears have been realized, frightening and sickening them for the duration, which is 15 seconds. Then, wait. Yes, I bought 1 point in stealth and 1 point in streetwise. Last but not least would be Eder, so I'll be right back. With Eder, I took Disciplined Strikes. Basically, Aware Inspiration is now improved to the Intuitive Inspiration. Perception Inspiration, intuitive characters have +5 perception, 50% grace to hit, and 25% to hit to crit. And I bought 1 point in Mechanics. Oh, sorry, Explosives, and 1 point in Survival. And we're done. So what is next thing? Return to Pegleg Troop. We will do that. Obviously. Is there anything else? Oh, let's go to the troop first. Yes. Several brutish-looking dogs emerge from the nearby allies. Well, bummer. I guess. Maybe. Hello, old boy. Oh, we're surrounded, buddy. You want a piece of me?
Well. If it isn't Arca's new business partner, that's quite a lot of coin you two exchanged.
What is it to you?
Everyone knows Arca's aiming to come out of retirement and slice off a bigger part of Dunnage for himself. Maybe he even wants to steal a seat on the council. We can't be letting someone of your reputation back him, now can we? Think I'll send him your head, as a reminder to stick to selling grog and flea-infested beds.
Okay, Eamund the Fox is the scariest one, apparently. So I'll try to attack him. You can attack Dunnage Talk. We do have a little problem here. Let's see how it goes. Starts to go. Yeah, not good. You two attack that.
No prisoners.
So what is our situation? Eamund the Fox. By the by, do you... A bomb there, yeah. Well,
that order's too tall.
I'll get you yet.
Okay, so far so good. You're... Wait, where's my character? You are here. I guess we attack that then. Okay, we are doing quite well. We are not doing quite well, yeah. You need to heal yourself. Wait. Yep. Come on, do it. Yeah. Okay, that's working, but I kind of want to... Why can't I hit that bastard?
Hey.
Try to heal Edda.
We had some good times.
I cannot whack him any harder.
Can we get something? Oh, this is not going too well. I bet it does. Yes, we lost Seraphim. We are actually taking a bit beating here. The biggest problem is... Okay, attack that one. Please attack somebody. Just concentrate one person at a time.
No prisoners.
We can do this. We can do this. I hope we can do this. Yeah, we are healing. Okay, that's good. Not the greatest, but I'll take it. Come on, please attack. Come on, we can do this. Yeah, probably should have a... Need more tactical and strategic decisions, but I think we can survive. We should be. Yeah, okay. Bit scruffy, but I'll take it. We won.
I'll see it done.
Now, what do we have? Money. Million frock coat. Ring of minor protection. Boots of the stone. Interesting. Sea weathered grimoire. Fine saber. Water. And pretty much nothing too interesting. On the Fireforge part, the travels of Jarek Ilton. I'll probably check that later. So I'll take that in the inventory. I'll check that later. Who has the boots? Oh, they're here. Okay, I'll put them here. Basic acorn helm, ring of protection. We don't really need that. All right, there. So basically 5 fortitude, reflex, and will. Anyone have rings? You don't have. You don't have. Well, you have. You have a Antonia signet ring. And I do have a ring of minor protection. I think I will give one to Edda. Now, what will this do? Smoothly join the dexterity. Resolve and resistance to might afflictions. Maybe you don't have any boots. Maybe I'll give these to you. Maybe. Do I want to give these? Will and deflection. Defensively to relax characters in their drive. Staggered day stunned affliction. This affliction can be countered with might inspiration. Okay. So who has dexterity? You have 15, 15, 12, 11. And I have 10. But, yeah, I'll keep these boots for Aloth for now. Now let's check. Chillfolk. Iron Skin. Wait. Blast Frost. Kitzel Spirit Lands. Okay. Yeah, they're definitely different spells, so I might keep it for now. We survived. That is good. And oh, we need to leave from there. I guess we do. So at least there's a little fighting in this episode. Nothing too much. I'm fairly certain we... Well, maybe I'll try to sail to Neketaka. Was it Neketaka? But there's things to do there. Anywho.
Thanks muchly for bringing Taerna back to us. Her storm and weather spells will really strike an atmosphere for the play.
Okay.
And now that we've got a real big brute for Eothas, we can put on a proper play.
Nice.
Stick around for the performance. I think you'll be plenty pleased.
She spreads her hands as if about to take a bow, but instead she snaps her fingers together and the stage darkens behind her, signaling the start of the show. Okay, this should be interesting. Hopefully it pays well.
Ladies and gentle pirates, and rapscallions too, you are in for the truest of mental treats. Without further ado, I present the Green Menace. Let us begin with our valiant new blood crews, the Lusty Rudder and Fortune's Folly. 2 ships adrift at sea for weeks and weeks on a venture most daring, in search of the uncharted islands.
Woe and torture. Months at sea with no treasure to show for it. You sure these uncharted islands exist, Captain? We ain't seen land for days.
Were they easy to find, they'd be called the Chartered Islands, wouldn't they? If you're thinking to mutiny...
Land ho! Land ho! Got a lumpy-looking island coming on the horizon.
That's no island. That be the Green Menace. We're doomed for sure.
Souls and gold and glory, you will give these to me. For I am a god among gods, and a true menace upon the seas. Souls and gold and glory. Blame the dawn stars, for they have summoned me. And now, I must feed.
Twill be the end for us, it will. Oh, Andra, take me now.
And that's the story of how Eothas sank a fleet of our best tars. Like the floating hangman, you see the Green Menace coming, you sail the other way. Thank you. Donations and gratuity are greatly appreciated.
Our
They
temple
love
plays
us,
aren't
do you
half
think?
so
They
entertaining.
God's damned loved us thanks to you.
Well, that's a bloody good show, maybe. We pretty much, well, at least we got something back. Yeah. Well, at least they get the show. Anything else you can talk to us now?
Thanks again for your help. We couldn't have done it without you.
No, you couldn't. So what's our situation? Honored quest. Oh, right, this is, I think, DLC or extra. Bounty. Okay. Symbols of the Death, we are not doing that. The Lander of Corn, we'll doing that as we go. The Lighted Pad. Find someone who might know Edda's friend. Don't soil the name now got Nordakand at the Temple of Kaun in Neketaka. Yeah, that's something we can't do. Oh, Lord Admiral Imp is now proceed with caution, so that is possible, maybe. But we'll see. So I don't think there's anything else to do except sleep and go for Neketaka, I guess, for now. Yeah. I think I will sleep, yeah. I also think that I'll end the episode at Neketaka because it will take a little time to...
What can I do for you?
Oh, I ran into a friend of yours, Eamund the Fox.
No friend of mine. Let me guess, he claimed I recruited you and that I'm coming out of retirement.
Something like that, yes.
I don't know why no one ever believes me when I tell them that I've put that life behind me. Especially since I tend to kill him after. In any case, I suspect old weasel-faced Eamund didn't survive his encounter with you. Dumb bastard never did know when to back down.
No. Your tavern looks like an old ship.
Figured that out all on your own, did you?
Yeah, I'm a smart one, you know.
You're right, though. Inherited an old dhow from my da when he passed. Right piece of shit it was, too. Realised I was bound to make more coin turning her into a tavern than letting her rot in her berth.
Sure, okay.
What do you want?
Room.
How heavy's your coin purse?
Well, it's heavy enough, but yeah, let's spend some money and take the captain's cabin. Now that we're done with that, let's go to... Oh, can I... So, yes, I totally forgot we can buy supplies. What is this? Medicine? Thought we have enough medicine. Troll stitch sails. Stonewood sails. Double bronzer. I think we have, well, I can't remember. Hull treatment. Plus 5 hull health. That's not that expensive. Warship reinforcement. Minus 2 meters combat speed, plus 15 hull health, plus minus 2% travel speed. Woodruck sail health. Imiran steel anchor. Combat speed, travel speed, okay. Arcane lanterns, travel speed. Captain's quarters, what does it do? Upgrades the cabins of the captains to be more luxurious. Menagerie, append created a house to house all the extra pets that can be taken. Oh. Yeah, we will take that. Wait. Do I only... I'll take my one. Living steel anchor. Magranite fire thrower. Interesting. Yeah, I'll probably want to say refill supplies. Yep. And trade. Now, by sea. Yes, exit the city. Now. Embodied missive from Captain Elders. Read. So, you had a little run with the Ben and then you dragged into my doorsteps. You could have wiped your feet before you stomped in, but I digress. I know what you did, and I know who you are, and unlikely my unfortunately blockheaded second in command, I recognize a threat when it smacks me upside the head. So, this is me, Captain Elders, commander of the gods' damn new blood Principe, leader of the second largest fleet of pirates in the gods' fucking Deadfire, inviting you, a terrifyingly powerful and strange watcher, to come and meet with me under the strictest parley at Fort Deadlight. Which is to say, I promise not to cut you when you arrive for dinner and drinks. Looking forward to having a little hard-side chat. I would like to offer you a partnership of a most glorious and goriest variety. I scratch your back, you got my enemies from hip to jaw. We laugh at their deaths over a bottle of the finest rum. Oh, and when you come, bring some candied nuts. Your newest and dearest friend, Eldis. P.S. This is not a trap. Oh, that really helps, yes. Why would I destroy the letter? I don't destroy it just yet. Honored quest. Yeah, we're not doing that yet, obviously. But let's go and see if we can see our pets in the menagerie. If it works like that, I don't really know. So I'm fairly certain it's below the deck. I hope. Where are you, my pets? Huh. No. How does it work? No, we can't.
To me.
Huh. Wine and gunpowder scented letter. Okay. Waterlog note, scroll note, journal entry, Aufra. I'll have to check that. Maybe this is too small of a ship, or maybe I should. Oh, wait, let's check. Ship management. Known sailors, equipment. Menagerie. Okay. Permanently equipped. Oh, so it will take a slot. Well, we'll do that anyways. So that's how it works. Okay. Now it should be here. I don't know if that was a wise decision, but it is what it is. There it is. And there's our animals. Yes. Actually, they are... yeah. That's lovely. Anyway, at least they have a little place to be. I'm fairly certain we can buy better and bigger ships. But I digress. Let's move out. So, Neketaka, we are going there. And end the episode once we get there. Maybe. Quick save. I probably want to make a proper save too, which would be here. Now, was it somewhere? Where was it? Okay, maybe I should do it like Sayuka. Ah, it's over there. Okay. Neketaka is over here, which means we are... Okay. At least we managed to map out some of the sea. Oh, I can... Oh, what?
The ring of a bell comes to you on a cold wind.
Oh, not the bell.
The ring comes again and again, until soon the air is full with the sound of 1,000 bells ringing all at once.
The bells, the bells.
You are alone.
I'm used to it, yes.
And then you are not.
Oh.
An indistinct figure stands before you, flickering between forms like a fire-cast shadow. A fixed, taunting grin. Bottomless black eyes. A yawning chasm in the earth. The aspects of Berath, the Usher and the Pallid Knight, shift in and out of focus. And at their back, 4 indistinct shades hover. You feel an eternity stretch out behind each of them. reaching back to places so distant and yet so near you cannot comprehend their size. The shifting image of Berath settles on the aspect of the Pallid Knight.
Watcher.
Her voice is the discordant clangor of gongs struck out of time.
Berath?
I tasked you to discover Eothas's intentions. Tell me what you have learned.
He's stomping around the Deadfire, yanking up souls like a giant aerosol magnet. Passionate. It is too early to be sure what he plans, but his behavior is suspicious. I can't follow Eothas around if you're going to keep dragging my soul into the beyond whenever the wind takes you. Clever. I'll say nothing. I'll go with he's draining the souls from veins of luminous Adra.
The Pallid Knight knits her brows.
He does not seek to return to the beyond? Intriguing.
Isn't it?
Her sickly pale skin pulls tight across the bones of her face, as if the shell of this aspect does not quite fit the impossible creature it contains. The figure nearest Berath dissolves and reforms in the image of a thin-lipped ancient crone, whose face has felt the melting kiss of fire. The goddess Wodica strides forward.
Does Eothas frighten you, Berath? He should. Magran subdued Eothas's influence once before, and yet he returned.
From out of Wodica's shadow shuffles a hunched, bald man you recognize as the god Scan. His skin is mapped with swollen lash scars, and breath whistles through the ragged hole in his face, where his nose once was. He does not speak, but stares up at Wodica, with naked loathing plain on his ruined face. Wodica steeples her long, knob-jointed fingers.
We must annihilate Eothas now, before he makes a rash decision we cannot easily annul.
She casts a sly look at the Pallid Knight from the corners of her eyes.
A moon would do the job nicely.
If you think that's an appropriate solution, I won't stand in your way. Given her relationship with the moon, I doubt Andra would approve of that plan. I'm pretty sure we need that. Okay. You would destroy Era for what? Spite? I'll say nothing for now.
The figure beside the aspect of Berath flows forward in a swirling cloud of ash. The ash falls to the tiles and reveals a molten-skinned woman, leaning on a monstrous, wicked-edged broadsword.
Can I get the wicked-edged broadsword?
Magran's glowing lips curl in disdain.
We must find a solution to the problem of Eothas that is neither do nothing, nor destroy the world. I acted in haste during the Saints' War. You will not goad me into doing the same now. To move against him while his plans are unknown would be the height of foolishness. We must find wisdom in precaution.
Sure, great idea. Can I go now? What kind of precautions do you suggest? I don't care what you do, just put me back in my body so I can get this charade over with. What kind of precautions do you suggest?
Magran looks at you as one might a wayward gob of spit on one's shoe.
It is no business of yours what the gods decide.
Well, I make it my business.
Another of the silent figures steps forward, and the warm, golden light of a summer's afternoon spills across your face.
Let's all take a deep, calming breath. Perhaps cooler heads will prevail.
Behind Helia's words, you hear the soft coo of doves.
Well, I'll be quite calm. Actually, this reminds me of Elric of Melnibone, dancing between chaos and law, and doing stuff in between.
Eothas has been separated from us for too long. Isn't it possible he intends only to gather enough souls to reclaim his realm in the beyond? He should be welcomed.
Well, anything is possible.
You look up then into avian eyes. Through them, you see clouds of starlings converge and divide.
What if he intends to betray you?
Helia puts a feathered hand to her chest.
He wouldn't. Betrayal is not in his nature.
Maybe he's changed.
Scan shuffles forward.
Yes, yes. We should welcome Eothas' return to the fold. His gratitude we can leverage to cajole him into divulging his plot. Then, when he believes himself to be in our good graces, we do as Wetica suggests, and crush him into the earth.
Scan pauses, inspecting you.
Ah, and here is the Watcher who delivered poor tormented Alice back into the clutches of her uncle, Lord Harrend. Curious.
Oh, right, yes.
Scan licks the ragged edge of his lipless mouth and grins, then turns to Helia.
I did not expect such a deliciously ruthless idea from you, Helia.
Helia's feathered crest stands on end.
You wretched little creature.
Attempting to end Eothas may only make things worse. He's too dangerous, you have to destroy him. Say nothing. I'll say nothing.
The Pallid Knight gestures for silence.
Eothas cannot be killed, but he may be subdued. Yet to do so will take immense power and time. Both stand in his favor.
Magrin grits her black glass teeth.
That is why we must ascertain his plans before he has the chance to put them into motion.
She begins to pace. Her steps leave little trails of fire in her wake. Magrin stops and balls her hands into flaming fists.
Even if we manage to destroy his current form, there is the possibility he could return, if he has not already absorbed all of his children.
Absorb his children? I don't understand. Well, I'll go with that, but I'm guessing he won't tell anything.
The Pallid Knight casts a cold, cutting glare in Magrin's direction.
Ooh, something he wasn't supposed to say.
Magrin speaks too freely. That knowledge is beyond your ken, Watcher.
Wetica waves the gods to silence.
Eothas gathers strength. His strength is a threat to us.
Her voice takes on a sharp, almost panicked edge.
There is no sensible answer to the question of a resurgent Eothas, other than decisive, final action.
Well, diplomatic we are not. Something must be done. Say nothing.
We will act when it is appropriate to do so, and not before.
The Pallid Knight steps away from the half-circle of assembled gods. She pulls herself up to a great height. The words she speaks next come not from her mouth, but from all around you.
Follow him, Watcher.
Oh, jeez, that's what I've been doing, but you pulled me here to listen you to pick her.
The black of the Pallid Knight's irises expand until her eyes are as dark and cold as the void between stars. She bends down and brings her ghostly face level with your own.
Your debt to me remains unpaid.
This is bullshit. Passionate. I'll do what I can. I only do this because I must. We'll see about that. Say nothing.
She stares at you, unblinking. Like a needle drawn to a magnet, you are pulled toward her one compulsory step at a time. You blink open your eyes and find yourself on the floor of your ship's cabin. Alone.
Bloody gods. Okay, I guess we go back to the sailing then. Because I want to reach the Neketaka. Also, I want to make a quick save. Where did... Oh. Rafik the Red Beard. Ooh. Yeah, we're not trying to deal with that. Huh? Beardle points the ship in the distance. Galleon captain, a tree master, or it was. Not remains of the ship's foremast, save a splintered stump, and the bowsprit has been sheared off. See how they crippled her. That's the work of pirates. Principe, most likely, and probably the upstart if they're raiding this close to alien patrol routes. Eld Engrim leans in close. They'll have taken any gold, but they might have left supplies. Irena's brow is damp with sweat. We shouldn't stick around. If the aliens see us plundering one of their ships, they won't give us a chance to explain. You take a small boarding party to scour the galleon. Most of its cargo and all its crew are missing, but you do find several barrels of fresh water and few sacks of dried rice and coarse meal. It takes your unseasoned hands the better part of the day, finishing the hauling aboard. Okay, we failed. You have gained an item, rice, stash, hardtack, water. You're still aboard the galleon when Beardle calls out a warning. A ship with the lines of Walian privateer is speeding towards you. The crew aboard surprise scurry across the deck, readying the ship for combat. By the time you've returned to your ship, hauled in the anchor and let out the sail, the privateer is almost upon you. Your crew rushes to their battle stations. Okay, so we have a first sea battle. Aye, a sea battle. Radulf Coldbell Galleon. Or the man points the dark spot on the distant horizon. Captain, vessel approaches. You squint to the horizon and see unfamiliar colors snapping in the breeze. Ooh, do we have even chance? Continue. The ship draws near and its crew throws open the gunboats. Let's enter combat. Okay, what is this? Insiders roll 1, 50 combat speed. So before each round of ship combat, one ship wins the advantage at random. The roll is modified by its captain's rank and the ship's speed. The ship with advantage acts first for the round, has increased range for all cannons and receive bonus movement distance. So they have the advantage, I guess. The crew of the Coldbell springs into action, raising their stations. They are posing. Captain swings the Coldbell to starboard. Okay, he's turning to starboard. We could try to charge. Maybe. Is there charge. Board the enemy ship, engage them deck-to-deck combat. Order crew to another position on the ship. The report to function may also assign particular crew members to deal with the critical events. So what would that do? Damage 6 to 9. Okay. So charge. The crew mutters nervously as you give the order to charge. Surprise will be exposed. Raking fire. Oh, raking fire. That's not good. Okay. Full speed ahead. The wind at your back, rose howling at your airship, crashes through the waves as the wind drives it forward. Close 25 minutes. Okay. Your opponent's ship comes at with all possible haste, so the opposing crew is fleet of food. The turning vessel of the Coldbell still takes time. Okay. I'll check. Can we still? Breaking fire. Elsewhere spins the wheels, but starboard as the crew trims the sails. Okay. Special maneuvers. What they do, they hold. Okay, that's not good. No. Fire the port cannons. Okay, we can change cannonball, crane shot, or grape shot. Chain shot, sails and load chance dealing above deck crew damage. Grape shot, of course, crew and has a low chance of dealing sail damage, and this would nearly always hit the enemy ship's hull and have a low chance of dealing damage or below deck crew damage. So, is there a different persons? No, they have. I'll go with the grape shot. Hog nose, quick fires Iron Thunderer. 1 damage about deck crew and miss. That's not good. Continue. They fire. Crew injuries, yes. Is it still raking fire? Yes, it is. I'll take the chances. Your ship chews through the water, barreling down the back of the waves and surging up the face. Sea spray drenches the main deck with a deafening crunch, surprise, and the cold blade collide, sending shards of wood and the enemy sailors flying. With a rousing cry, your crew throws grappling hooks and boarding planks across the gap between the two ships. They stream onto the ship's deck, weapons at the ready. The stunned enemy crew rally and meet your sailors with the resounding boom of gunfire and clang of steel on steel. Hopefully we can survive this. Okay, what kind of a opposition we have? Goldback Paladin? Ooh, that's harder. And now everybody. Okay, that's working. Okay, you are something I want to deal with too. Fast if I can. You heal yourself. Oh bloody hell. Yeah. Please kill it. Kill it. Somehow I think we are gonna lose this. Oh, you're making a chill fog at the moment? Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I'm dead, and I think we just lost this.
Hey.
Yeah, I think I lost this. Yeah, we did.
Little blue fuzzballs checked out. This is futile. Got to keep the lad. Damn it. Ella still hasn't learned how to take a hit.
No idea. Yeah, not going too well. There goes Ada. Yeah, defeat. Yeah, I'm not ready for this ship battle because they had definitely load. I'll go with the quick save. Do I need to go with the cards? If the card thing comes, I'll do that off camera because I'll make the same choices. Hopefully this was No, it was after. Okay, that's good. Honestly, do I still want to try? I'll still want to try this once more. Yep. Yep. And failed. Yeah. Let's see if we can actually retreat. I'll try to retreat. Continue. Retreat. Failure. Retreat. Okay, we managed to retreat. So how's our situation at the moment on the ship? You're still trying to... Whole health 44. So how do I fix the ship? We do have the resources, I think. Repair the stock. So would that happen? Well, we'll see that. It's... Yeah, I think we just repaired it, didn't we? Yeah, little by little. This would be what? Off. Uh-oh. No, no, no. Out of nowhere, heavy fog rolls over the ocean, so dense that you cannot see more than a dozen feet out of your ship. With the fog's arrival, the winds die. The waves' calm and surprise is left aimlessly drifting to the only sound those of the hull groaning, if in dread of what's to come. Oh, bloody hell. Eerie green lights pierce through the fog as the silhouette of massive galleon approaches. Black sails, true tattered and rotting, catching an otherworldly wind, slicing the ship forward at a rapid pace. The captain, a skeleton outfitted tarnished armor with glowering eyes, surveys you from the quarterdeck of the decaying galleon. She wraps the two fleshless fingers against her chest before pointing right at you. What the goddess of death has marred, I will leave untouched, she nods solemnly, once, then with a tilt of her skull steers the ship away. As the floating hangman turns, several undead sailors shamble across the deck, hungry for a look at your crew. They scratch at the chipped and rotted railing, heads rolling on their exposed spines. The ship disappears back into the fog. A few minutes pass before the fog fully dissipates, and the winds pick back up, rustling your sails. The sea is clear, empty, the other ship is nowhere to be found. Well, that was an interesting encounter. We have different areas there, which we definitely cannot do yet. You are what? Dicula, Valiant Trading Company, Aliso Voyager, okay. A lethargic, misshapen bird drops stamp missive on the board. On the door. Okay, read. Try the critter cleaver. To Insti, captain of surprise. I know what you're thinking. I have too many lovable cats, dogs, pigs, birds, and pigs. Like you, I once thought I could take in a stray pets, care for their needs, and shower each with equal affection. But we limited beings have only so much love to spread around. Unblessed, unfair, unfortunate. That's why I took upon myself to optimize affection and curtail my creature care. I bring you the creature cleaver. That sounds ominous. The cleaver is a handy, ethics-free apparatus yanked from genuine Engwith and Deeside and restored to glorious functionality. Simply slide your favorite feline down the one end and let the cleaver do its charm. The best is yet to come. See, the cleaver remembers. Stick a white bird in there, it remembers. Purple beak, it remembers. It even remembers your pet's strengths, weaknesses, and favorite places to poop. Now, your furry friend isn't just going to slide out of the cleaver's business end same as it went inside. No, they come out different. Better. Sometimes. That's where it gets fun. Combination. Want a bird to think like a pig? Want a cat think like a different better cat? The cleaver provides. You'd be doing me a favor of epic proportions if you gave a creature cleaver a whirl. Once folks see you using it, everyone will want a turn. I moved in the far wall of the dark cupboard, which is at Perikis Overlook in Neketaka. You can find the cleaver just due west on the wooden vela. A friend and fellow animal lover. P.S. I fixed the insert receptacle so that it no longer accepts Orlans and gave it a good scrubbing. You are welcome. What the hell? Okay. That sounds a bit ominous. I don't think I want to stick my animals to the... Yes, we are low rations. That's fine. Oh! Yeah, repair supplies. We just go around this island, and after that, we dock and we end the episode. There's really not that much action in this episode, unfortunately, and I'm fairly sure that the next episode could be a little action-free, maybe, but we'll see. Who knows? Heart of Deadfire. Neketaka, late spring. Lar Prima or Tar Prima? I don't know. 2828. Nice number. A welcome committee. As you walk down the dock, your approach is noted by a cadre of heavily armored Aumaua. Their leader briskly leads them to intercept you. The harbour master looks you up and down with pursed lips. She looks past you toward your ship.
You're far from home, farmer. How did you make it all this way in your little boat?
The Aumau cranes her thick neck to look along the hull of your ship. Her expression conveys equal portions incredulity and pity.
Why do we gotta be farmers just because we're from Deerwood?
Well, Ada, you are a farmer.
Are you a farmer?
Yeah, but you can't just assume. We got rabble-rousers too.
As her attention returns to you, the Aumau's mood becomes more formal.
I'm the harbor master, Kauha. I must ask your reason for docking in Neketaka.
I am following giant made of Adra. I need to see someone in the palace about it. Berath has tasked me with finding Eothas. He's walking across the Deadfire looking for luminous Adra. Do I really need reason? I'm carrying the finest hay in all the Deerwood, bales of it. So many bales. And I must tell you to fuck off and get out of my way. The harbour master snarls, and the women and men behind her immediately put their hands on their weapons. Though they are clearly ready to fight, they appear neither eager nor tense.
Are you drunk or just stupid? You're not the first captain to drop anchor here with the foolish idea that we Juana can be pushed around.
Deep within you, you feel an uncomfortable roiling. You can't be certain if the sensation is physical or spiritual, but immediately induces nausea and fills your ears with sound of blood rushing through your head. Cutting through the din, you hear the familiar woman's voice. Each word comes slowly, falling with what sounds like a chiming of a small bell.
Show them what you are.
So it's really important, blah, blah, blah. To the cards, shut up. To the Berath, shut up. Concentrate on folding the edge of the in-between. Let's do that. You close your eyes and turn your mind inward, blocking out of the sounds of the harbour and the menacing back of the card. Soon all you can hear is the rushing... Yes, ringing somewhere far away.
Yes. That's it.
What's the matter with you? What are you doing? If you're trying to scare us with some cipher mischief, save the purple flames for the tribes of the Outer Islands.
The roar in your head begins to abate as the ringing of the chime becomes clearer, rhythmic. 2 successive peals followed by a brief respite. You realize the chime is ringing in tandem with your heartbeat. You open your eyes. The harbor master is gesturing wildly, presumably to get your attention, and yelling in your face, but you hear no words, only the ringing of the chime as your heart rate slows down, and slows, and slows, and slows.
Now.
What? What is this?
Run for it!
You got style, Cap. Worm-riddled, ship-sinking, flat-fucking, freaky style.
Yeah, I do have style. Indeed. What is this? Oh, yeah, okay. So this is just... yeah. So, we do have things to do, quite a lot of things. So we have shipwright, probably we could get a new ship. Hunting sentries, Eothas' famous fish, Ribero's fine fashion, Valera estate, back alley, dockside arms and armor, road north, Bardato estate, Sansa's map emporium, Luminous Adra mill, road east, the wild mare, the peddler's canal, probably seen few bodies dumped in there, cobbler. Let's see the world map. Okay, Queenspur, Perikis Overlook, Serpent's Crown, the Gullet, the Brass Citadel, Sacred Stairs. I don't know if we can get, well, Sacred Stairs we can go, but apparently these are locked for now. Supplies, we probably want to get those. Ooh, ships, dough, gallon, chunk. I'm guessing it's not a chunk. Ha ha ha. Repair supplies, medical supplies, water. Yeah, we really need some money. What is this? Recruit crew member? Nope. Let's go back. Refill supplies. Ah. Wait. I thought we were out of supplies. We're not. I'll have to check that. Anyway, so next episode, we'll have so much to do around Negetaka. I guess we can have more boats. But yes, we are, of course, starting to go through this area, get quests, buy, sell, kill, loot, whatever we can do here, and see what we can find out. And at some point, I'll probably want to go just sailing. But as we saw, my ship is not that good just yet to deal with people. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode, although albeit a bit slower. And I'm guessing the next one will be too, because we need to get a lay of the land. But I still hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you next time. Until then, goodbye.